Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market. And before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, and 3 days of live trading in my Discord, and any help you need, check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it. Dow is up 0.28%, Nasdaq up 0.06%, kind of a flat day here on Nasdaq. It was up over 0.5% today, but then gave away all the gains. And now here S&P 500 also up on the day 0.19%, kind of a flat day, but look at right here. And we'll get to it in a minute. Russell 2000 up, it was up over 3%. We played this one today, some puts right after opening, and this one actually paid. We got 75% profit on this one, but this thing is just going absolutely ballistic right here. You can see up 2.58%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. And if you look at my screen, you would think that technology, that should be the one leading the way, but it's not. Absolutely not. Look at this, guys. Real estate, energy. Yesterday was utilities, healthcare, and all that. Now today it's completely different. Lot of sector rotation right here going on right now. We got real estate on top. Energy, finally, this thing was lagging behind. We saw explosive move to the upside on Chevron and a lot of the other names like XOM, Oxy, another one. And look at basic materials, flying, industrials, consumer cyclical also going up. Financial, all those smaller regional banks are up, including the bank ETF KRE. Now, if you look at right here, definitely the Magnificent Seven not performing today, down on the day pretty much. And then we got communication services also down, and that is Google and Meta also down on the day. And then we got healthcare down a little bit here, utilities down, consumer defensive. So what do we have here on stock market map? You can clearly see energy sector lighting up today in the green, XOM going up 2.5%, Chevron going up over 3%, and that is a massive move. Now healthcare also taking a beating. Big names like Pfizer, Eli Lilly, UNH, all are down on the day. And then if you look at right here, Magnificent Seven, everything is down except one name. Now, if you guys are watching my mega cap video, I said it in my video that the only dip I see here in this market on mega caps, Tesla. This thing can move because everything else hitting new 52-week high, new all-time high multiple times except Tesla right here, and it's up today finally almost 5%. Amazon down 1.16%, Meta down 0.5%, Google down close to 1%, Nvidia flat. We got Adobe down today big time, and then Microsoft also going down big time, 2.22%, and then Apple staying flat. It was down, but it did hit a new fresh all-time high today. And then look at right here, guys. JPM, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all are flying to the upside. And then we got smaller regional banks also going up, including the ETF KRE, and that's why we saw that big rally on IWM today. Now, yesterday I did not cover the stock market, and we got a massive rally. And why? Jay Powell came out and he fueled that rally by saying that 3 or more rate cuts next year. And you can see on my screen, now there is a chance going into March, we're cutting 64% chance almost. And then 58% chance in May, June, July. So we're just cutting and cutting, and possibly, this is just insane because if you look at it, inflation is not actually coming down. And the data we get, CPI, is totally crap. It's not legit. Cooked up piece of shit we get every time. That is not legit. And Jay Powell is a puppet. Yes, you heard me right. He's a puppet for Wall Street because he cares more about the market than a common family out there, buying food for them, on daily basis. He does not care about you. He cares about, Wall Street, big money, billionaires, trillionaires. He does not care about anyone out there that cannot provide for their family. So that is J. Paul for you. And now what he said, economy is good and soft landing is here, right? Well, we'll see how that soft landing actually plays out. I'm not trying to be a bad guy saying that worse things are coming, but we all know that every time he says something, that is a lie, total lie. And now that something already broke inside, we don't know. It could be banking system completely, getting crushed. Something is broke, big time. We don't know because why when he said that rates are staying higher and longer until we get down to 2% on inflation, and now it's at 4%, and just in 2 months or 3 months, talking about cutting right here, March 20th, cutting rates. First cut right here. And usually, when they do that, what happens? We have seen it before back in 2002, 2008. When they do rate cuts, market dumps big time, 30 to 50%. So I don't know about that. I mean, that would be a crash. But this is something you got to be careful, especially chasing right now. A lot of people are buying calls and going long. I see it all day. Hey, can I buy calls right here? Well, no. Keep your cash handy. Opportunities will come and then you can make some money. So be careful, guys. Chasing anything out there. They might be setting, people for some big, move here in the market. And right now, everything looks really good. You cannot tell if this market is actually, unhealthy. But it is unhealthy because if you look at it, technicals are not working. You can throw that out of the window because with J. Powell, it's not going to work. Usually, when market is extremely overbought, you see at least a mini pullback. Tell me you saw a pullback in last 48 days. Absolutely nothing. So, they're planning something big behind. We don't know. And whenever that comes out, something broke. You're going to see a big effect here in this market. So keeping cash and staying in cash is the best position you can have right now here in this market. Unless you're shorting and you're buying a lot of time, then yes, you can probably get paid later down the line. On Triple Q, absolutely flat on the day, and this thing paid today. Finally shorting close to 406, getting some puts, and this thing exploded today. Puts definitely paid today on Triple Q. We actually sold just below 404, and then also closed all my runners at 400, getting a nice juicy profit off of this 406 level today because this thing again today gapped up, and that is just insane. We still have this gap from yesterday, 398.79, but look at the bounce. Now 400, a big level right here. Immediately we saw dip buyers or the machines coming in and buying that dip at 400 and pushing the price higher, and now trading at 403. And if you look at it, guys, from 342, 406. I mean, that is an insane move. I would not call this a pullback. You can see the same day this thing went back up. So this is actually not a pullback. This thing going straight up every day. Some days are just flat, but it's not pulling back significantly and just going straight up. And now fresh new all-time high. So what's next here? Definitely watch out for the support 400 and then the gap 398.79, and then we have support at 396 all the way down to 393, and then 20-day moving average right here 391. Above 400, watch out for a move back up to 406 and then 408 on Triple Q. On SPY ETF, it's actually green on the day, and now it's trading at 471.56, and looks like we might be closing at a new fresh 52-week high, and that is insane. Now on a pullback, definitely you want to watch 470, 465, and then 460 will be a retest of this breakout, and this is where you can actually take a chance if this thing gets down to 460. Otherwise, do not chase this move to the upside. Now above 470, the next stop 474 and then 478. On Dow Jones, it's up 0.32% and hitting a new all-time high today again. And look at the RSI, it's getting burned. 85. And when was the last time you saw that? I actually had to go all the way back to 2018, and that is when we saw that big pop to the upside, and then immediately we saw a huge dump off to the downside. So is this actually a right moment to go long here on Dow Jones? Absolutely not. This is extremely overbought right now, and you just have to wait for that pullback. And that is why I said, having a cash position right now, the biggest thing you can have here in this market, wait for a pullback. And not to mention, look at all these gaps. Gap city everywhere, guys. So here on Dow Jones, now, if you look at my screen, a strong support will be down here, 367, and then watch out for this support, 363, 360, and then 20-day moving average right here, 358.98, and then this gap 356, and that is a long way down. Now to the upside, if this thing can hold above 367, watch out. This thing can move even higher, possibly up to even 380. On IWM, it's up 3%, and we actually shorted IWM just above 199.50 today, and then getting paid here on IWM. But holding puts would not pay because it was 75% profit. But look at this. If I was holding now, it's gone. Came down to 196.48. But this thing did not even close this massive gap today, 193.64. And in top of that, it's up almost 3%. It was up more than 3% and hitting 200 today. So the next stop above 198, watch out for 202 on IWM. And if this thing breaks below 198, then watch out for this gap, 193.64, and that's going to be a strong support. And then we also have strong support down here close to 191 and then 188. So the 10-year dumping today over 2.5%, and the next support you want to watch right down here, 38.54, and so far that is holding and is trading at 39.30. To the upside, it needs to get above 40, and only if that happens, then we can talk about possibly more upside on 10-year. Until then, guys, this thing is getting really oversold. Yes, we can see a bounce, but who knows, this thing can dump even more, especially with the news that came out yesterday. Rate cuts are happening next year. So the dollar index also going down almost 1%, and you can see this thing is getting really oversold. Look at this, lower Bollinger Band sitting at 102.26 and dollar trading below 102. So this is going to be a level to watch until this thing breaks out above 102.26. The next support, this Bollinger Band can come down even more, and if that happens, it'll be down here close to 100, and that's going to be a big level to watch on dollar. Now, if we get a bounce on dollar, you want to watch 102.26 right here. Above that, this thing can move all the way up to 103.58. On VIX, it's up 1.39%, and I would not even call this a green day. And just like I said before, guys, look at this. 11.81. I said it right here in my video. This thing can hit lower Bollinger Band, and look at what happened. It did the next day right here. And that is a new 52-week low right here. And we have not seen VIX down here in last, I think, 4 to 5 years. So this one here getting really oversold, and pretty much there is nothing left here on this one. Yes, worst case scenario, this thing can go down to $10, but I think if we can hold this level right here, look at this level between 11 and 12. Yes, we could see a spike right here on VIX, but also this thing needs to break out above 13. Only if that happens, then watch out for 13.97 to $15, and above 15, that would be a legit breakout on VIX. Until then, watch down here, 11.81 is a support and the resistance at 13. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.